Can you tell me your initial reaction when you first saw The Room?
I actually am like probably the only guy that came to The Room through a book, The Disaster Artist. Yeah. But I read that when it came out 4 years ago. I was in Vancouver making the interview with Seth.
James, came to us with the idea. He'd read the book. I'd seen the movie already, and he just was so fascinated by it.
I knew a few things. I wanted to direct this story. I knew I wanted to play Tommy, and I knew I wanted my brother to play Greg.
I went to one of the midnight screenings where people go crazy, and I immediately was like, oh, I get it. And since then, I've seen the movie 25 times, which is more than any movie I've ever seen.
We related very much to these characters in this story, and we didn't want to make fun of anything, and we didn't think there was anything to make fun of.
I was working directly with James and Davey, and I've known both of them for many years, but to see them just locked in their characters, they really didn't break, and we just ran for like 20 minutes, and it was all improv.
It's a matter of filling out the inner life, figuring out the outer life and how I was going to look like him and sound like him and all that, and then wedding them together so it doesn't come off as a caricature. It's a fully dimensional character.
James was a great director. It was interesting to kind of develop, a closeness with him in that way while he was dressed as Tommy Wiseau.
And I think what was so interesting about him was his balance of doing something that does justice to fans of The Room, but also telling a story of a movie that is relatable to everybody.
Our movie is a celebration of, people going after their dreams and not taking no for an answer. And I think even though it is a very strange way to show that, I think anyone who's ever tried to do anything creative will relate to something in our movie.
The only thing I want audiences to do is stay to the bitter end. Stay for the post-credit scene. There is a post-credit scene.
You can laugh, you can cry, you can express yourself, but please don't hurt each other. Enjoy The Room and enjoy Disaster Artist.